Well, here's a post on Facebook that you may have seen. A Kuna mom reached out to thank some teens who helped save her son in Indian Creek. Brittany Strong's son, Asher, got caught up in a rope in the creek and could not free himself from the current. That's where the Herrera brothers come into the story. Maggie O'Mara tells us what happened in tonight's 7's Hero.
Well, we had floated the river earlier that day.
On Labor Day, Brittany Strong was out on Indian Creek in Kuna with her 11-year-old son, Asher.
So they're used to swimming in this current right here. And we float almost every day in the summer. My kids are very used to this water, and they're very used to wearing life jackets.
But Asher got tangled up in a rope in the strong current.
My foot got stuck as I was climbing up, and I fell back, and I couldn't get my foot out.
And I was like, Asher, come on, let go. And he couldn't let go, and then I noticed it was his foot. And so immediately I dropped my stuff, tried to jump in, and the current was too strong. I couldn't get over. I could not get across. Every time I jumped in, that's when he would panic and kind of go underwater. And that's when Trystan and his brother came over and they saw me, and we were screaming.
Brothers Trystan and Kai Herrera were on their bikes nearby.
I could hear a lot of screaming, a lot of commotion in the water. I heard her screaming and her little kid, her child screaming, and I was like, oh geez, this is not good.
Yeah, because my baby's in this water and I can't get to him.
So me and Trystan, we start sprinting over there.
And they were like, is everything okay? And I said, no, my son needs help. And they just took off running, no questions asked. And I was barely out of the water and he was in getting my son.
Yeah, I could see him in the water, so I was like, okay, I need to do something about this.
Trystan jumped in, fought the current, and swam as hard as he could right to Asher and the rope.
Yeah, it was tangled up in his sandal or foot, one of those two. So I grabbed his foot, like his ankle, and I got the rope and I unhooked the rope. When he was free, he was still trying to he was kind of drifting far right, and we needed to go left, so I kind of had him grab my hand and I threw him closer to the shore.
Trystan jumped in and got my foot freed, and then he helped me get over to where my mom was.
It was like he had some superhuman strength. Seriously, it was like he was a hero. I mean, it was like, yeah.
Asher was shaken, but okay. And in all the chaos, Brittany felt she just didn't get the chance to properly thank Trystan.
I posted it on Facebook, did not mean for that to blow up like that, but I'm so glad it did. I just said I need to find him because I need to thank him. I need to give him a proper thank you. That day I was too frazzled to do that.
All I knew was my first name, and I went to Kuna High.
The post looking for Trystan was shared hundreds of times with hundreds of comments. Kuna is a small town, so it didn't take long.
I didn't know about it at first. It was like a friend who told me, like, oh, someone posted you on Facebook and they're trying to find you. Is this you? And I said, yeah, that one was me.
We went over and gave him a basket full of gifts.
Asher is so grateful.
I want to say thank you for saving my life.
And so is his mom.
I think that they're amazing. I think that there's nothing I could ever say or do to explain my gratefulness for them, because I could be going to a funeral instead of talking to you.
Trystan and Kai Herrera.
I think we're very lucky.
7's Heroes.
If you're like me, you're standing and cheering. Way to go, fellas. The Herrera boys, by the way, are getting a lot of attention, as you might imagine, but they are so humble through it all, Maggie says. Their mom says she's very, very proud of them for good reason.